Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Scent with Emphasis. I am here with Taylor.
Cheers.
And Taylor is like my cousin, my sister. What are
Pretty
we?
much everything all in one.
What do you usually tell people that we are? We call
Cousins.
each other sister.
Yeah, we call each other sisters, but I feel like I say, oh, that's my cousin Katie.
I always say cousins. So my uncle, we figured this out.
Yep. After like a long, like sitting there in silence, like, how does it actually go?
How are we related? Yeah, we are related. This is true. My uncle and her aunt got married, and her aunt is literally like an older version of us too.
Which is really scary, especially when we're all together.
It's terrifying. And like, I'm also not blood related to my aunt. Like, she's an in-law for me, but like Taylor's blood aunt. And I look just like her, and it's weird.
Exactly. Like, oh my gosh, you guys look so similar.
I feel like that's why people are like, oh, you're sisters, right?
Yes.
And like, so many people like come up to me, and they're like, okay, so how are you and Taylor sisters? Like, they're like, oh, how is she sisters with
like,
Jake? Or like, and I'm like, oh no, we're cousins. They're like, how are you cousins? I'm like, okay, I guess we're not actually blood cousins.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. When did we start getting close?
I don't know. I feel like high school probably.
High school.
I mean, we
were
always.
flower girls.
Yeah, oh, that is true. We were little flower girls. Looking back, like, that's so funny.
It's so weird too, and like, we've always been friends. Like, you've always just like known each other, like small town.
Like,
everyone knows everyone, and like, we're family, obviously. But I feel like we obviously got very close in high school.
Yeah.
I also just feel like we're very similar in a lot of different aspects.
Way too similar, or
like,
it gets scary sometimes.
Yeah, like, I feel like we both have a very similar mindset where like, life's short, let's do it. Like, why not? We're gonna regret not doing it. We should just do it. And like, you're such a person who you like make things happen, and I love that because
I feel like you're the same way too. Like, if let's say we're home, we're like, let's just go do this. Like, who knows if we'll have to stay back, or like, which always ends in very late nights.
Yes.
Random sleepovers.
And you don't regret it. Okay, this is the key for advice. The key for advice. Is that even like a phrase?
I don't know. I feel like I've never heard that before.
We need to stop drinking. But here's like the advice that Taylor and I can give you is like, in 20 years, you are going to wish that you had more fun. You're going to miss these memories. Like, these are the days that you're always going to remember and like look back on. So like, just go do it.
Yes, and I feel like that's what we do all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Like, actually.
It's probably unhealthy. Maybe Taylor and I are the worst people to be taking this advice from, actually. But like, for real, I feel like I should give like a little bit of a disclaimer. This whole episode, although it may seem like it, is not us encouraging or like glamorizing drinking. It's more so us sharing our own personal stories that we've had. And if you can't relate, you don't like to drink, whatever it may be, totally fine. Just us making, life a little bit more fun in our own way. All right. So like I said, Taylor and I are family. We're family.
Family, yeah.
And I feel like we were raised so similarly that a lot of people growing up, like, hate their family. That's like emo to say, but like, they don't want to be around them and everything. And like, we definitely went through stints with that, like, obviously, but we are two people that are so close with our family and are constantly doing stuff with them. And the same goes for like partying. Like, we're always drinking with our family. I feel
like we'd rather sometimes just go hang out with our family than go out with everyone else.
Yes.
I feel like that's how it is most of the time. And then actually most of our friends end up being like, let's go hang out with your family. Like, they're actually so fun.
I love that too. And I feel like that's kind of how you navigate. The best kind of people are the ones who feel like family and the ones who fit in with your own. Like, it's so fun having people just come back, drink with yours, and like, why not?
Yes, I agree. I feel like that's how it always is when we come home. Everyone's comes together and it's like our whole family and then all of our friends. So it's like, oh my God, literally the best of the best.
And maybe we were just raised differently, like, but it's almost better because your family becomes your friends and vice versa. Your friends become your family. And like, why separate it? I feel like everyone goes their whole life like trying to separate the two and trying to be like, oh, I don't want to be around my family. Like, are you kidding me? It's my family. Like, why would I want to do that? And then they look back and they're like, shit, like, I wish I could get that time back. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I feel like we went through that probably like the start of high school, like, right? Because I was always like, oh, I would way rather hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh my God.
No, yeah, exactly. And it's not even like limited or centered around drinking. It's also like when you just have friends in and out, or like they're coming over before a game or whatever it may be, having parents around is almost just like something that's natural now. Because I feel like you said, like when we're in high school, it's like, I'd rather be with my friends. When they come over, let's just go in the basement or like upstairs or in the car and drive away so that they don't have to like interact with parents. I feel like that's how so many high schoolers are. But you realize so quickly that once you form that relationship with your parents, your friends will too. And then it'll be natural for them to just come over and talk with your parents. And like, you don't have to be a little asshole child. Like your parents are fine. It's more fun that way. And then when you grow up, just you have that relationship with your parents, so do your friends. And I feel like that's something that both you and I are super similar are, probably because we come from the same family, but it's just more fun that way.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Love that. All right, we have a mid-podcast shotgun going on right
I feel
here.
like, would you expect anything less?
I feel like no. All right.
All right, cheers, sister.
This is hilarious.
Oh, gosh.
I
This is absolutely terrible.
It's going to be us just like gulping on this. This is fucking disgusting. All right. Back to regular scheduled programming. Here we go. Okay, so I need some stories. You have to give us stories.
There's way too many. High school, well, one of my craziest was probably lacrosse. Lacrosse, just going to lacrosse for Oktoberfest my senior year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, it was so fun. And, like, I just thought a really crazy one.
Okay, yeah. She's like, oh, here we go.
My mom doesn't even know this yet. So, I totally forgot we did this. Looking back, like, actually idiots.
Okay.
Like, what were we thinking? So me and two of my friends wanted to go to Milwaukee for Halloween. Mind you, we're still in high school.
Okay.
I think our parents were like, you're not going to Milwaukee. Like, what? So then we all said that we were going with our friend's dad on a work. He is going to Milwaukee for a work trip, and we were just going along and staying in the hotel and swimming and whatever. So, like, why? After we just asked if we could go party in Milwaukee. Then that same weekend.
Also, what are you doing swimming in a hotel? Like, what's going on Halloween? You're not fucking doing that.
So for some reason, they believed us. We rented a hotel, and I remember, so we had our fake IDs back then.
Uh-huh.
And so this
Back
is
then.
Back,
She's like, oh, way back in the day with my fake ID.
So then I was the one who had to check in. So I'm like literally shaking, like, I have a room under Taylor, like, and it literally went fine. Like, got in, used my fake ID from Michigan.
You used your fake ID?
From Michigan, yes.
For a hotel room?
For a hotel room.
Dude, that's
Went and
ballsy.
partied in Milwaukee, and then stayed at the hotel and went back home the next day, and we just said we were with our friend's parent.
Yeah. What were you doing in Milwaukee? Did you guys go out to bars?
No, we just went to like a house party.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It was just like, what? That could have gone wrong in so many ways.
That is insane. I cannot believe you used your fake ID to get a hotel room.
I know. That's like, looking back, why would I do that?
Yeah, that's insane.
But it was one of the funnest nights ever.
I love that.
Yeah. Soccer. Ew, that just sounds terrible. And then we would go on spring break, remember? And then if we missed practice, it was like the end of the world.
Yeah.
We did Arizona a couple years, and we did, remember the Anna Marie Island? That was so fun.
That was
the
so
monkey bus.
fun. That was so fun.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
And
God.
that's when we found the buzz balls for the first time.
Buzzballs are horrible.
Yeah, do you remember doing them?
Yeah,
And then we were like
5 of
dancing
them.
on the counter, like obnoxious, driving on the monkey bus.
They're like the smallest things, and they're 12%. Like they don't need to be that
and
strong.
we were
but
just
they
like
are.
taking them, like, oh, we got this.
Yeah, we're like, oh, okay, it's
Woke
totally
up
fine.
feeling like
Do you
shit.
like Buzzballs?
I mean, like, I'll drink them, but I feel like I liked them a lot more back then than I do now.
because we just found them. We're like, oh my God, we found the Holy Grail.
We're like, this is
insane.
good. I like. Why do they not have these?
We're like, this is insane. Oh
yeah, I have
my
them
God.
one time and we can't stop.
I know.
Oh my gosh, Katie, the one when you came over
Which
and
one?
you were running outside.
Okay, yeah.
That's
okay, I need
such
to
a good one.
Okay, so was that that was my junior year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I don't even remember what time of year this was. I feel like it was like February or March or sometime. And I was texting you.
Yeah, because it was cold out. I remember.
Yeah,
like,
it was cold out. It was like literally freezing. And I was texting Taylor, and she's like, okay, I'm having a party tonight, but and oh, you know what it was? Our parents were together. We're not going to disclose all this information, okay? But, like, both of our parents listen to this. We're like, we're not disclosing this. But so our parents were together, I was coming over here and someone was dropping me off and I was like, I texted you and I was like, okay, like I'll be there in 5.
Yeah.
And then I get here and I text you, I'm like, I'm here. Your garage door was shut. All of your blinds were shut.
I was a very sneaky little,
yeah,
no one's
you were
busting
because
us.
your neighbors literally hated
Yes.
you. Okay, but I'm driving over here. I get to Taylor's house and I'm like, okay, perfect. I knock on the door, like because the garage door is shut, the door is locked, and
Taylor's
you're not responding to my
answering.
text. I'm
Yep.
like, okay, I'll just knock on the door, I guess, like a degenerate. So I'm knocking on the door. No one's coming to get me. I'm like, okay, like whatever. This is weird. So I like texted you a couple times. Oh no, I didn't. My phone was all the way off.
Oh, yeah, because we couldn't.
Yeah, because our parents were together. We didn't want them seeing our location. My phone was all the way off. So I'm like banging on Taylor's door,
Like,
and no one's coming to get me. And I'm like, okay, it's freezing. My ride just dropped me off and left. Like, I am so confused. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I think I'm walking like to the side of your garage to see if like your side door's open or
Yep.
something like that. All of a sudden, this big like white van truck like pulls around the corner. Like for reference, Taylor lives on a corner of her street, and this white van comes over and like slows down. So right when I'm looking at it, it slows down, and I'm like, okay, shit. Like, this is literal nightmare fuel. This is the plot of every scary movie ever. I'm alone. I'm like a girl in the middle of the night, and like, there's this white van slowing down. And so, like, I'm like starting to bang on your door. You're not answering. I'm like trying to turn on my phone because, like, I would need you to
At this
call
point,
you.
you're like, I have no hope.
Yeah,
Here we
I'm
go.
like, I'm done. So, like, whatever. So, I'm just like walking around, like banging on all your doors, on your windows. I'm like, okay, like maybe they're not here. Like, maybe they're at like a different house or
Yes.
something like that. Like, maybe I read the text wrong. And then this guy gets out of his van truck thing. It was white. And I was like, oh my God, like this is it. This is where
Here
I
I
go.
go.
Like this is where I go. I'm fucking scared. And he gets out of his van and he starts walking towards me.
and it's
walking-
like dark out, I feel like.
it's
It was
so
late.
dark
yeah.
out. Yeah, it was like 10, 11. It was pretty late. And he starts walking towards me. And I'm like, okay, like this is not going to end well. Like I'm scared. And all of a sudden he sees me and I like don't recognize this guy like whatsoever. I also don't recognize the car, which
Yeah.
like doesn't happen a lot in high school. Like I was
Especially
like,
because I feel like we knew everyone.
yeah, you know
what I mean?
everyone. So I was like, okay, like I'm so screwed. Like I'm so scared. So all of a sudden this guy starts darting at me. Like he's like running at me probably because he like knows me or something like
Yes.
that. And I look at him. I'm scared out of my mind. My phone isn't turning on. It's freezing. I'm sprinting down the street, like literally like 100-yard dash. I'm fucking booking it down the street. And Taylor's next door neighbor is there. And this guy is coming at me. Like no one's responding to me. No one's outside. Like no one's to be seen. I'm like, shit, this is it. Like I'm getting fucking abducted
Like,
right
what
now.
is going on?
Like this is it. And so I'm sprinting. All of a sudden I go to her next door neighbor's house and the door is shut. And to this day, I don't know how I did this, but I was so scared. Like fight or flight kicked off. Fight or flight. Okay. Fight or flight kicked off. I take my shoulder and I bang it into your neighbor's door. Like barge into their living room. I have no idea who these people are. Literally not a clue. Like so confused. And I'm like, oh my God, like frantic as hell. I'm like, there's a guy, he's chasing after me. I don't know what's going on. And at this point, like Taylor's throwing a huge party. I can't tell them that I'm here for this party. I'm in high school. Like, how am I supposed to go about that? And she's like, it's okay. Like, let me call your mom. And I'm like, no, don't call my mom. Don't call my mom. And I'm like, I'll call my friend who just dropped me off. Like, I'll have her come pick me up. And like freaking out, like my heart rate is so high and she's just sitting there. She's like freaking out. I just barged into her fucking living room. She's literally
like,
watching TV and this blonde chick just barged in. And I turn around and I see a school photo on the wall and it's somebody that I know. So it's like her grandma. And I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, I know who that is. Like, I'm so mortified right now, but I'm also so scared. So I call my friend. She comes back and picks me up. And on the way back, I think she was taking me to like Nicole's or something like that. And Hiddle texted me and he's like, dude, where are you at? Like, why aren't you here? Like, I thought you were coming. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, no one was there. I was banging on the door.
Yeah,
like, I
'cause
thought I got kidnapped. Like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, oh, no, that was just Juddy. Like, no,
Yes.
that was just Juddy's truck. He was just like running after you because he thought he knew you. And I was like, oh, well, I literally just barged into Taylor's neighbor's house. The cops almost got fucking called because I'm thinking I'm getting fucking abducted. And then I show back up here and he like takes out his hand and he like shakes my hand. He's like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm the guy you think tried to kidnap you. And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
That was so funny. Yeah, I just remember Jody coming down and being like, what? Like, who is outside running around? And I was like, what? Like, what? I have no idea. Turns out it was you.
Katie Baker just taking laps around the house at an underage party. It was just like terrifying though, because genuinely like placing yourself in that position, like thinking you're gonna get kidnapped, and like my phone, of course, was all the way off. Like it wasn't even like just turned off. It was like I had to slide to turn my complete power off so that my location wasn't tracked.
We knew the system.
Yeah, terrible, terrible. Then I got dropped back off, and it was all good. But your neighbor is probably like so scared of that night.
Oh my gosh, yeah, for sure.
And I might have gone back and was like, hey, like that was just like a fluke, like a mistake, like I'm so sorry. I feel like I did end up doing that because like I didn't want her to call the cops or anything.
I don't that like seems so long ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was like literally 5 years ago.
Yeah, which is weird.
That is so nuts. Have you ever had a fluke with any of your neighbors?
No, I mean, I feel like towards like my senior year, they always were like, I was scared of them.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, they're going to, like, every time there's cars all over, they'd tell my mom, and I was like, oh, shit.
Did they ever turn you in?
No, but it was more like I'd have people, like, park far, so I was never really worried.
That's hilarious. Wait, when did you get caught?
Oh, homecoming.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
No, not really.
Homecoming, we had a party. Pictures got, like, posted.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, I was in them.
Yeah.
Why would I not be?
Of course, yep.
And then I was out for soccer for, oh, yeah, so I forgot I got caught for that.
Yeah.
So then I got caught, was out for 25% of soccer. And then I got my underage on my birthday. And so then I was out for 75% of the season.
Oh
yes, you remember that?
I forgot that was the same season.
So I literally played 4 games. I was like, this is stupid.
Wait, I remember that.
Like, I was on the bench the whole time, and you'd always come up, we'd talk, and then you go back in.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Like, what are the odds of that, dude?
Yeah, that was not good.
Do you remember the day you got called down at the office? Like,
I just remember, like, shitting my pants because, like, I heard Beth got called down, and I heard, like, everyone started getting called down, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And then I got called down, and I was like, well, I don't know what everyone else said either. Like, I wasn't going to expose people either, so I was just like, no, I wasn't there. And they're like, we see you. Like,
they're like, no, we
I
have
probably
photo
tried
evidence.
to deny. Like, you are literally front and center.
Like, dude,
no, that's not me. And then I just kind of was like, all right, yeah, I was there. I don't know. And I just kind of went with it. Then I was like, shit. And then we all were in this one room. Like, after we got called down, they didn't send us back to class. So we're all sitting in this room, and, like, the door would open, and another person would come in. Another person would come in. It's like,
oh, my God.
Oh, we're all so busted.
That is so tough.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was terrible. That was probably, like, one of the worst things about high school. I feel like generations past never had to fucking deal with.
Yeah,
like,
the social media. Oh,
and
like,
everyone posting. And, like,
Yes.
that's, like, right when private stories were becoming a thing. So, like,
I think that's literally what it was, a private story.
Was it really?
Yes.
I don't even really remember that for you guys.
Yeah.
But I remember you getting caught, and then I remember you getting your underage. Yep,
Like, back to
75% of the season I'm out for. Like,
I seriously went to every single practice. I was like, this is so stupid.
that's got to be some kind of a record, dude. 75% of the season you were out for.
I think it was 4 games.
I think it was too.
Yeah. And we probably did not make it very far in playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think we did at all. Yeah, I remember that because
That's like
so many people showed up for your first game back because it was like, oh my God.
Like, we had a huge student section. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
That
Back,
was
bitches.
Awesome. That was so crazy.
Oh yeah, that was.
Did you ever get caught your sophomore year or anything like that? Actually,
No,
what's
because
your
that's like when I
earliest-
first started drinking.
Yeah, what's your earliest memory of like drinking?
Probably like in the middle of sophomore year,
Okay.
which seems like so little.
Yeah.
Like,
I
right?
remember that.
It was like, yeah, because Beth's sister was always older, so we kind of just got in, like,
What they did.
mixed in with that, and
Yeah.
it was like, and my best friend Mitch, his older sister drank too, so we
Yeah.
I feel like we all, us 3 especially, just
Yeah.
got tied in. And
Was
then,
it always you 3?
Yeah, it always was, especially sophomore year, because none of our friends really did that.
Yeah.
So then we always would go and hang out with the older siblings.
That is
Then
so
we
funny.
slowly, people started, they're like, oh, we'll come.
That
we'll
is,
come.
and you're like, oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
That's
Yeah, I
hilarious.
remember we would literally go in Beth's basement and, like, go in the back closet. Her dad had, like, a bunch of alcohol, and we would just be taking pulls. Like,
Yeah.
we're so little. This is so gross.
Oh
like,
my God.
what were we thinking? But
That's really nuts.
Yeah.
We probably should have mentioned this. Okay, Taylor and I both hung over from the Packer game yesterday.
Yeah, it was so okay. So went to meet up with Katie like probably maybe an hour before the game, before we were walking in.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really dark and cold.
And cold.
So I get there and I'm like, well, I called Katie and I was like, all right, I'm coming to meet up with you. She's like on the phone. She's like, okay, come, like whatever. And so I get there and I'm like, oh my God, you are sloshed. Sister, like, didn't say that, but so she's like, you want a shot? And I'm like, oh yeah, like expecting like usually the family always has Fireball, like something I can easily do this. She comes over with a red Solo cup filled like halfway. She's like, here, this is Crown Royal Apple. I'm like, are you like, what are you doing, Katie? And so then we both did it. You're like, I'll do it with you. And we just were passing it back and forth.
It was a nice little bonding moment.
It was like, all right, now I'm fueled up for the game.
Well, also, like, it's a different breed. Like, okay, so the game was, I think it was a 7:20 game. It was a night game. And we got to the tailgate at 2. We started drinking right away. And, like, I'm just like, all right, this is it. Like, I somehow have to manage myself. So when you saw me, it was like minutes. Yeah, you left with us. Like, we walked. Yeah, we walked to Lambeau together. That's crazy.
That's right.
All right, so now I have a few questions to ask you.
Oh, boy.
So, day drinking or night drinking?
For sure, day drinking.
I mean, like, going out.
For sure, day drinking.
Day drinking?
Day drinking hits so different.
Okay,
it's
but
so
it's
nice.
kind of difficult to go day drinking in, I guess I can't really say that. We did this yesterday. But, like, you know, sometimes, like, you feel like you need a nap or you need food or something.
I love day drinking.
Okay.
And then, well, the idea behind it is to go to bed early.
Okay.
Most of the time that doesn't happen, and then you're on like, oh shit, I've been drinking since 12. But day drinking is just so fun, and it's light outside, and it's, oh my gosh, how could you not?
That's true. Because it's more like dartying versus going out late.
Yes, I would so.
So would you rather like get to bed early and drink all day than you would like stay out late?
Yeah, that's like I would way rather do that. But then also like most of the time that does not happen.
Like, doesn't happen.
Like I try, I really try.
Yeah. Well, it's close. It's close. Okay, what is your go-to drink? Like what's your
Oh my
ideal
gosh,
drink?
vodka lemonade.
Really?
Is that even a question?
I feel like it's always vodka lemonade. I
It
feel like
really
yours
is.
has never changed, bro.
It's because most of like people like you get sick of it, but I just don't like soda.
Yeah, I'm
so I have to. I just stick with the vodka lemonade.
Have you ever switched it up? I feel like it's been like that forever.
No, never. Maybe a vodka water lime juice if I'm feeling really crazy.
Yeah, you're nuts. That's crazy. Not even, what about espresso martini or a chocolate martini?
For sure, martinis.
Okay.
But I would go order vodka lemonade first.
Okay. I love that. That's great. What's your least favorite drink? She sits
This
back.
is hard. This is hard.
Is there one?
I feel like they're all not terrible.
They do the job.
I do not like gin. I don't like
Bacardi. Yeah. Okay,
like
you
I
don't
could
like
drink.
Bacardi, so you don't like rum?
I mean, I don't know. I could drink a Captain and Coke, but I feel like I drank so much Bacardi in high school that that's just one alcohol that I cannot drink.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, it just makes me like sick to my stomach even thinking about it.
This is a tough one for you.
Oh boy.
Your favorite places to party, top 5. And this means
my God,
bars
there's so
included
many.
too. So this is like specific bars instead of specific places, maybe.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard. There's so many places.
I know.
Okay, for sure Molly's and Oshkosh.
Okay.
I feel like that's like our staple. That
place actually destroyed me, this pub crawl.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think now. Lacrosse, I would say I love Broncos. Because I feel like we don't really have a country bar. Okay, so now I have 3 left. This is really difficult.
I know.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun at W.
Yes.
When I for sure know I'm going to have a lot of fun.
Oh my God,
there.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to finally be able to go. Where would you say find? Like, honestly, like, sometimes my basement.
I love that.
Like, I feel like that's like...
Like, it's a good one.
Yes. Shaky Joe's, for sure.
Oh, yeah, then there's the Holy
The
Lands.
Holy
What about,
Lands. And Elkhart, yeah. So those would be my 5.
Okay, if you had to pick Elkhart or Oshkosh, what would you do?
Oh my gosh, that's hard.
I know.
Probably Elkhart, which is weird. It's just, I love, like, the Elks Bar, the chocolate martinis, and,
Yeah.
like,
I
I
love
feel
the
like every
vibes
time
there.
We say we're having a low-key night, and it's never a low-key night.
And
literally.
like we said, we love the family. Family's always there. Shout out
I
Patty.
feel like, yeah, chocolate martinis. I seriously like our nightcap. We always do a nightcap with a chocolate martini, but it's like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Where then it's like you wake up and you're like, holy shit.
People
And
are
then
really
you
listening to this be like, your family has fucking issues. Like, we're like, okay, nightcap, but actually not one drink, 6.
Yes, no, literally, that's how
And
it goes.
that's our nightcap.
And then you wake up and you're like, holy shit. And you're like, oh, it was like our 6 nightcaps.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, God, why do I feel like shit?
Like, right? Or then then Katie will go up to the bar and be like, all right, round of shots.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh.
I need to stop doing that. Actually, drinks or shots?
Shots.
Shots?
I feel like, yes, I love taking shots.
That's interesting. I would have never guessed that for you.
I wouldn't have either,
Probably
actually.
because you're sipping on a drink right now.
Yep. So then I
You,
could
like,
go
set
for a
down the
shot.
glass.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's true. That's true. I could see that.
I
All right.
guess. Yeah, I don't know.
So if you know Taylor, you know she knows like 1,000,001 people. Like genuinely, everyone knows Taylor, and everyone knows you as like a party girl, a fun girl, just like a great. Everyone fucking loves you. But like, how do you decompress? Because I feel like we were just talking about this before. Like we've been so go go go. And
Yeah, it's like I've been on the go for it feels like ages. Or
Yeah.
not ages, but it's been like 2 weeks. Where
how do you decompress?
I don't know. I feel like I really don't.
You're like with alcohol. I'm like, dude, no. That doesn't count.
I don't know. Like this week, I actually going up north. I love going up north.
Okay.
Like I probably will go up north this week.
So kind of just like isolating yourself.
Yes, literally. It's so nice. Or like going to Elkhart.
Do you ever get like burnt out?
Yeah, like I'm gonna sleep really, really good tonight.
Yeah, you're like, Katie, get the fuck out of my house. So I can
I'm
go
gonna
to bed.
sleep really good tonight. And like now we're on break, so that's
Yeah.
good. But I feel like Sundays are my perfect days.
Yeah.
I like to get like everything done on Fridays, so that Sundays I like don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
That's probably my day.
I also feel like
Except
you,
when Sunday fun days come around, then that gets
see,
difficult.
that's what I was gonna say. That's like the issue is I feel like my last few Sundays have been like busy, and then Monday rolls around. Literally today's Monday.
And it feels like a Sunday.
Yeah,
Does
that's
it
nuts.
not?
And almost like sets your week back. I like don't
Yes,
want that.
like it's gonna go so fast.
Okay, favorite day of the week.
Sunday.
Sunday, really?
Yes, I love Sundays.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, for sure Sunday.
And then kind of like off of that.
And because then you can like, if you aren't having a Sunday fun day, I feel like that's when I get all my stuff together. Like, you know what I mean? Get organized, get.
Also, kind of going back, I feel like everyone knows you as like being happy and being around and like loving
Yep.
everyone. How are you always so positive?
I don't know. I feel like you're like the same way too, but I just feel like.
She's like, what's my formula for being
What
happy?
is? I don't know. I just feel like I see, like we said earlier, like I see everything differently. Where like life is so short, where it's like I'm not gonna waste it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm always just like doing stuff and surrounded by people who I love. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying.
A couple drinks later, it makes sense in my head.
And if any of this entire podcast doesn't make sense to you, maybe take 4 shots and it will make sense to you as it does to us. So it's really okay. I love that though. And do you ever feel like you're entertaining people because so many people go to you for stuff? Like you're the center of a lot of different plans. You're a center of a lot of different things.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes that gets annoying where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, it's like I'm glad that they can come to me.
Like
you know
it's
what
almost
I mean?
a good
Like,
problem to have.
yes,
I get that for sure.
for sure.
What do you do when like 2 people don't like each other in the group, or like there's like a relationship?
Oh, that's
that
like my
just-
worst.
Yeah,
I'm
I
really
feel
bad
that.
at that stuff.
Yeah.
Then I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'm just nice to both of them.
Yeah.
and
And it's almost like
it's
your
like
issue,
you guys
it's not
figure it
mine.
out. Like
Yeah.
this is the least of my worries. Or I try to like say that to them. Like you're really upset over that. Like there's so many bigger things going on, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
That's
almost
like
the
my
worst.
biggest. Like I hate moments like that.
Yeah. I feel like that's happened a lot too.
Yes, where it's like, oh, and then you're scary.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like I'm pretty good at that stuff too. Just because I'm like, I can just be like, that's really what you're worried about. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many bigger things out there.
And you don't want to like be in the middle of it. Like it's not your problem. Why make it your problem?
Yes,
Let
exactly.
them settle it and just like don't bring the house down. Make it
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. Boom.
I love that.
That was a great way to say it.
Look at us.
Boom.
Solving world problems. Woo. Cheers. All right, hot take section. I have 2.
Oh boy.
We'll see. I feel like you're not gonna like my first one, but I'm just gonna say it. Okay. I hate napping during the day.
I like napping.
Yep. I knew you were gonna say that.
How do you not? Like, why?
I just I feel like when I fall asleep, I wake up either more tired or feeling more like shit. Or like if it's this time of year, I wake up and it's dark out, like literally pitch black out at 5 p.m. So I'm just like, makes you feel worse.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I totally get that. But like sometimes it's like, oh, shoot, a nice nap.
I know, but like I can't just take like a 10-minute nap. Like if I close my eyes and actually fall asleep, if I wake up, like I'm exhausted.
Could you take like a 30-minute nap?
No, because I feel like I wake up and feel like shit and want to go back to bed more.
Oh.
I don't know
No,
what it is.
I'm a sucker for a good nap.
What's like your nap time? Like what's the
It
ideal
depends. Like today, like an hour.
time? Yeah.
Yeah, because I texted you. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'll
true.
be an hour.
Yeah, you're like, just give me 1 hour. Do you ever wake up and feel like more groggy than you did when you went to bed?
Sometimes, but like I definitely like if you stay out really late, it's like, oh, I needed that 1 hour nap. Otherwise, I would have been like,
See, I would rather just like go to bed early instead of napping. And I can see like when it's beneficial, like when someone's sick.
Yep.
Like that makes sense.
Or
But
like-
I don't have it down. I'm not good at napping. Like I can't fall asleep, wake up after like 20 minutes and be like, woo, good power nap, feeling better now.
I could totally see that. But like after like last night, the Packer game, it's like, oh my gosh, how are you not so tired?
Yeah.
You took a nap today, didn't you?
I closed my eyes. This is what I
See,
mean.
what, like-
No, okay, but I didn't fall asleep. Like my mom is so good at this stuff. She's like, okay, I'm gonna take a 10-minute power nap. She like has her time clock like set
And,
in
like,
her
wakes
brain.
up, like, right after.
She wakes up. She's good to go. No issues. I can't fall asleep. It takes me a while to fall asleep, and then once I do, I'm like out. So I don't know. Just
That's
different.
impressive.
I know.
Yeah, I can take a nap. I could sleep for literally 3 hours if I
I
wanted
knew you were
to.
gonna disagree with that. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear your hot take.
Okay, mine is, I feel like anyone who's listening to this and knows me, it's that Fleischmann's is actually good.
That
Vodka.
that
Like,
makes me want
I feel like I cannot tell the difference.
Are you
And
serious?
it's like, I mean, I probably could, but also it's like so cheap and it's like such a big bottle that it's like.
Fleischmann's genuinely tastes like poison.
I
Like
literally,
I will take a
that's-
sip and I can throw up on the spot. It's actually
I don't think
a
it tastes
talent.
that bad. Like, I literally don't.
It makes like your mouth and like your cheeks. Oh, it just is disgusting.
So, like, do you, when you go out to the bars, do you order a Tito's in? Like, what do you, do, or like, you know what I
Okay.
mean? That's the rail,
I guess
right?
that's a good point. Because
Yeah.
wow, you really just flipped that around on me. You really did. Because when I go out, and I'm not gonna be the bitch who's like, Tito's, please.
Yep.
Like Tito's and lime juice. Like, I love Tito's. I would be lying if I could say I could really, really tell the difference between Tito's and other vodkas.
Yeah.
But Fleischmann's I can. Like,
Fleischmann's is that one that just sticks out.
it's terrible. But I guess like that's probably what the rail drink is. at
Yeah,
most
or
bars
like
that I go to.
Gordon's, maybe.
Yeah. So can you take shots of Fleischmann's?
Oh my
and-
gosh, no.
Okay.
Actually, I was looking through my memories the other day. There was a video of us surgeon spearing taking pulls of
Oh my
Fleischmann's.
god.
I was like, oh, when did that happen and what were we thinking?
Why do we do that?
Like, it was like really gross.
Fleischmann's is horrible.
And like, we did like long pulls. I was like actually pretty impressed.
You're also pretty loyal to Fleischmann's. Like you've
I feel
loved
like I've-
Fleischmann's
yeah.
forever.
That's also like, that's like going back, like, I can't do the soda, so I have to do vodka lemonade.
That's so true. Okay, Taylor and I are very similar with that. We both hate soda.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
we can't have soda. It's
I
terrible.
feel like I've tried it too. Like I've like, oh, I'm getting older. Like maybe I can do, but I just can't do the fizz.
I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like it makes drinking so much more difficult.
Yes,
not
totally.
liking soda. Yeah.
Yes, that's my perfect example of why I drink vodka lemonade.
Because so many people can go out and they're like, oh, well, I'll get a vodka Sprite or a Captain
Captain
and
Coke,
Coke. Yeah,
or-
like so many drinks are based around sodas that it just like fucks us over.
Yeah, totally.
Damn.
So
That
what
just
is your
sucks.
go-to drink?
Well, now I feel like an idiot saying this because there's definitely Fleischmann's in it if I go to the bar and I get a real vodka, but always vodka soda with lime juice.
Okay,
But-
so that's like the vodka water lime juice, but because
Yes.
I don't like, you like the soda?
No, like it's club soda. So it's not
So,
like
I've never
soda
tried
like
that.
Sprite and 7-Up. It's like way less carbonated. So
Okay.
it's not like a soda, it's just like a club soda, like a seltzer water kind of thing.
Yep, I should try that.
But I have recently found that mixing in orange juice with my drinks, like if I get like a screwdriver or even pineapple juice, like if I get a Malibu pineapple at the
Yeah.
bar, it makes my hangover so much better.
Really?
Yes, like the night of the alumni game or whenever that was,
Yep.
I was having pineapple in my drinks and I woke up and I should have been brutally ill and I was
And you
perfectly
weren't?
fine.
Oh, shit.
But my key is lime juice in drinks. If I'm getting vodka
Yep.
soda with lime juice, not limes. So
yeah,
much
lime
better.
juice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Totally agree. That's why I do the vodka water lime juice sometimes.
Yeah.
But I did a screwdriver to start my day yesterday,
Okay.
and I was still brutally hungover.
I
Are you
love
talking you have to do it like periodically throughout the day? Because I did not do that, but I did start my day with a screwdriver.
You and I are both like, why are we so hungover? Like I'm getting such terrible hangovers, and like I took a half bottle of Crown Royal.
Yes,
I'm like,
like-
this is ridiculous. Like, what's going on? It's not my fault. It's so bad.
Oh, that's so fun.
Okay, I have one last hot take though,
Okay.
but I don't feel like this is that much of a hot take because I feel like you'll agree with me, and we're also
Okay.
doing it right now. Drinks with straws are better than drinks without.
100%.
There are so many people though who disagree with that.
I like, or when they at the bar when they get the straw and fold it.
Yes.
Like, what is the point? I don't get that.
Like when they fold it.
Yes.
I've never
you can
even
like
like
hear my
considered
eyes.
that. Yeah, or like less.
Cheers.
Woo, cheers, guys. This is your
'Cause-
sign. Go get a drink. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, baby. But
Um,
there are people who genuinely prefer not having straws and like chugging without one.
I could not do that.
I can't do that either. And also, like the ice like hits your teeth.
Yes, I agree. I
And-
can't. Now I'm like,
Drinking
it doesn't
with straw-
feel right.
Yeah.
Like, let me try.
Drinking with straws is more fun too. It's like it goes
The
down
ice does
easier.
touch your teeth.
Yeah, maybe I have sensitive teeth. Maybe that's what it is.
I'd way rather have a straw tube.
Yeah, that's kind of it. It's nothing that bad. I love that.
That
This-
was a good one. I agree with that one.
This whole episode has been drinking based, and I just want everyone to know that Taylor and I are more than drinking.
Yeah, we are. We just. I don't know how to.
We're trying to convince ourselves this. We're like, we are more than alcohol. But,
Yes.
but maybe this is a comfort episode for you, and
Yep.
maybe this will make you feel better. If you're listening to this, like, wow, those girls are really messed up. Like, I feel better about myself. But we're just here for entertainment, really.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it.
I
Any
feel
last
like
thing
I-
to say to the listeners? What's one piece of advice you can give my lovely listeners?
Oh shit. That's not a good way to start, huh? I would say it to live in the moment, like kind of going off of like what we've been doing. I don't know, if you feel like not doing something, just remember that today might not be your or shit. I do not need another. That today
We
could
were
be
so
your
close
last
to a
day.
beautiful moment.
Today could be your last day. So like live in the moment, do what you can, have fun, you're young once,
That is awesome.
right?
That's
That's
absolutely
totally
perfect.
like perfect.
I
I
feel
summed
like
it
that's
up better the
exactly how
second
you
time I
live,
said
too.
it.
Yeah, that sounds better. That's exactly how you live too. You like
Yes.
embody that.
I think you do too. I feel like that's why we're very similar.
Yeah, it's terrifying. That is all I have for you for this episode. I hope it found you well in whatever place you're in. Just know it's 5 o'clock somewhere. If you're scared of doing something, just do it. Life's short. You got this. And remember to own who you are, mean what you say, and whatever you do, do it with emphasis, baby. I will see you next Tuesday.